Hello teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back. A lot has happened. How do we even begin to summarize? This will not be a condensed milk. There's only so far I have the mental energy, time and resources to go, and a lot has happened this week. Actually, I was watching Pulpy Syntax earlier today. He was doing a recap on some things. The first 8 minutes of his latest video, I think it was called Damage Control. I'm not exactly sure, but it's something along those lines. He did a summary of what had gone on in the last week of Foodieland, and I was like, God damn, there are things I didn't even realize had happened. Guys, I didn't know she'd gone to the ER. I didn't know she'd gone to the ER. I was like, what? When was that? Did I miss that? I have not been up to date, particularly since my last react. I knew a few things had happened. I knew she'd had a McDonald's rage out in her car about apparently Yabba calling her, which seemed very out of character considering Yabba herself had just come out against interfering directly with the people that we watch, and I was like, that seems unlikely. It also seems convenient that she recently made friends with Negs, and he joined her channel in this video actually, and she does tend to be easily influenced by people telling her stuff, and then suddenly she's convinced the voice she heard, which she doesn't appear to have released the voice notes of or the voice recordings of, even though she says that Nada has them. So there's no proof either way, even though apparently she has proof, but apparently it's Yabba. And I was like, I'd want to hear the voice recordings on that. I'm not saying that people have never misrepresented themselves on the internet, but I'd need to see some proof given the context of Yabba's feelings on intervening directly. But anyway, that was one. So we had a car, we had a combination of all the ranty things. So we had a car at night eating McDonald's, complaining about reactors. That was awesome. We've had a lot of rage in general this week. I think that was the last thing I reacted to, just all the rage. We had the ER visit I didn't know was a thing. We had Nadir face reveal and beginning of the channel. What is he doing on YouTube? What are we doing right now? Do you realize that Paperclips was what, 4 or 5 days ago? Not that long ago. Well, it might have been longer. Time has been running away from me while I'm doing all this stuff at work. But so a lot's gone on, and she's gone from being too scared to get off live because she wants witnesses, because she's afraid her convict, he's not even an ex at this point, but her convict on again off again love might show up because he once threatened to kill her, essentially, to say oh well, he didn't threaten to kill her. She said, oh, call the police, I've got time to kill you before they get here, was the story she told of the situation, which is not the same thing. I'm running away with myself there. But still fairly serious. And what gets me with her is that she gets to a point where she tells so much, I'm like, you can't possibly walk this back. You can't possibly. And here we are, days later. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I was pretty exhausted with her. I didn't have a lot of time in terms of actual time, and I didn't have a lot of time for her mentally, because I was like, oh bitch, are you fucking, nah, get lost with that. Absolutely not, get out of here. And it was just stopping me from watching a lot of her this week. I think I'm done. But I want to have the conversation. There is a react here at the moment, which is clocking in at just under half hour, and I'm going to cut out all the hellos and singing, so we might only have 3 minutes of footage, who knows. But I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, and hopefully, because there isn't a huge amount of content in it, it's just a good touching point for a few conversations I want to have about her current state of being in general. So really long intro, apologies, let's get to it.
I'm not gonna sing and torture you guys for singing freaking day.
She's lying. And Nada's there. He's in the background, which I didn't realise when I first started watching this. I was like, oh, this is the thing, because they've started streaming together. I guess being on her channel is boosting his channel. I can't imagine it's boosting it in a particularly positive way, but I'm not about to go and check his channel. So, but it's a thing now.
Yeah, they will though. They'll dry quickly, you know? What's that? All my clothes. I'll just put them away after.
I feel like that's a lie. I wonder, he spends a lot of this live behind her, like hanging up his clothes, apparently cleaning. And I wonder, one, how much cleaning she had to do in order for him to get there, and two, how much she's having to fake not being as bad a slob as she is. Now, we did have the admission a while back that he had come over and he had cleaned, but I don't know what state he's seen it in. Like, has he seen her at her worst? Has he seen her when everything's just piled and there's like 2-month-old poutine by the side? I don't think he has yet, because she's still, through all of this, is kind of giving a performance to him a little bit. And she does mention, she talks about the bald spots in her hair, and this is apparently the first time he's seen them fully. So there's a little bit of, okay, yes, this is what goes on behind the curtain, but also she hasn't entirely let go with it right now.
This is the black stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he must hate it. Like, it's got to be all over at this point. Like, all over all of his stuff.
Well, fuck. Well, sorry, freak. I know, but it's to cover my bald spots. It helps thicken your hair. Michael, life is treating me pretty well right now, I guess.
Like, she's going to say anything else with him in the room. Come on.
It's life, you know. What about you? How are you guys doing today? I have apparently... I thought my doctor's appointment was next week, but no, it is today, so I have to get moving so I can attend it.
I'm surprised she's going at
The
all.
secretary called me. Your appointment was supposed to be today. I'm like, oh, okay. You can come at like 2 something. I'm like, all right.
So she did actually miss her appointment, and it doesn't seem like she had much intent of going, but like I said, she's deep into this kind of beginning cycle. Chantal, look how healthy I'm going to be. She says later he's going to whip her into shape, and she's kind of going with that. So I don't know how much of this following through it comes from kind of her own motivations or just the fact that she's still performing for him, but this is what she's doing apparently. At this point, anything that would get her to the doctor is a good thing, but she missed the appointment and they're like, okay, you can come this afternoon. Her poor doctor's surgery. Like, the amount of shit they put up with her cancelling appointments or just not showing for them. Like, it's such a shame.
Nah, sure. See?
Ooh la la.
Look at her preen for him. Oh, guys, I'm joking, but I am quite disturbed by this. The fact that they've gone so far in the other direction. The fact that they're pretending so hard that the past hasn't happened. And she's like, oh, look. Because this whole thing, I was watching something of hers. I don't know which stream it was. I'm sorry, guys. Everything's a blur. But when she was asking him, oh, was it streaming with my boyfriend? Maybe? Because I looked at it, I was like, boyfriend, bitch. Because she's always been adamant we're not in a relationship. But she pulled that, oh, someone's asking. They want to know, are we official? Are we official? They're asking, they want to know, are we official? Kind of give me some reassurance and say we are, kind of a thing. And he was like high off his head. And he was like, fuck. He didn't seem enthusiastic, but he gave some kind of agreement. And she was like, yeah, I guess we are. I'm just like, oh man, I don't like this.
Doesn't take much. I do take biotin when I remember to, but I know I need to take it consistently so that it actually can help if it does.
I don't know if biotin will help her just because the reasons for her hair loss seem to be connected to a few of her health issues. But I mean, I do think she said she's going to ask her doctor. I always find it really funny that she'll go for her hair stuff, but not all the other stuff that could be problematic with her. little point about biotin. I can't take biotin. I've tried before because it's recommended, and I was taking like hair, skin and nails for a while because my nails are so weak you can just bend them. I've started doing, this is the rubber gel because it's a bit more flexible. I don't want falsies, but this is a bit more flexible but really strong, and so it means my natural nail can grow underneath because mine breaks so easily. But anyway, not the point. I was on quite a high dose of biotin post-surgery, and I had to stop taking it because it caused massive breakouts all around here, and they were like properly painful, like really deep and painful. And I don't know why it does that to me. It's not a problem I had heard a lot of people talk about with biotin, but it started when I started taking it. It stopped when I came off it for like an unrelated reason, and then I realized what was causing it. I was like, oh, I hate the fact that I can't take it because it seems like it would be really useful for me, but nah, it's absolutely terrible. So if you're taking it and you're getting mystery breakouts, might be the thing.
I did a hair mask today. A lot of good that did me. Did you say all your lovely fans? Oh, it's a song. Where is my straightener?
I can hear some suspicious sounds of the cord being dragged through stuff, so I want to see what the bedroom looks like with a minute. I want to see.
Hold on, guys. It looks like we sent something. Ah! I didn't know I had this plug here.
Then how did you know to look behind the curtain?
Yes.
Oh, she's just playing at being quirky for him.
Nothing comes easy in life. This is one of his favorite shirts. Normal people scare me, which would explain
A lot.
why he's with me. What wouldn't that?
Oh, she
You
struggled
love
there.
the pink color? Thank you. I was feeling, I don't have many days left to wear these dresses that you guys love so much. So I need to wear my iconic dresses.
I love how she started calling them iconic to cover up the fact that she's literally got 4 pieces of clothing that she wears continually. I don't love the dress. I gotta say, I don't mind pink on her as a color, but this dress I think we've discussed before and I don't like it. I didn't see her fall haul. She did like a full clothing haul, which I thought she was saving for Vlogtober, which is very much on brand for her, where she has an idea and can't do anything but do it immediately. So she gave us some kind of clothing thing. I saw little bits of it and then I had to go somewhere, so I didn't get to finish it. But she could have saved that and done it in October when it would have been relevant content. And she could have done it as a non-live. Where is the pre-recorded content that we were promised? We were promised a schedule and we were promised a video. And those shorts she puts out do not count as pre-recorded content.
I had a heck of a friggin' bathing experience, and I need to brag about it. I exfoliated everywhere.
When she originally said this, I was like, oh God, what happened? And then I was like, please don't be a sex story. Please don't be a sex story. And then I realized she's actually just bragging about having bathed. And I was like, oh, is that something we brag about?
Hey, how's it going? It's going. It's going.
That's about as much as we can sum it up at the minute. How's it going? It's going. Also, he's here.
It's going well, my friend.
It's a bit of a tone change with the audience as well.
You don't make me coffee either.
Is that what he just said to her? You don't make me coffee. Make your fucking own. I've lived alone too long. This is my problem. And people are like, you don't do this. Give a fuck. Your hand's broken. Go do it yourself.
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Huh?
I make laundry.
You make the laundry? Okay.
He does seem to be cleaned up and he does this for most of the live. What if this is all in this massive Uno reverse trick he's got going? You know the game she plays where she moves stuff into his apartment so that she has reason to go back and then she's secretly kind of half moved in before he realizes? What if he's doing the same thing? They do joke that saying, no, he's not moving in, but what if she has no idea and he's just doing exactly the same trick with her? Who knows?
I smell very nice. My skin is soft. My hair is soft.
It's called clean. Congratulations. I think she's actually saying stuff hoping he'll chime in, saying, no, you look lovely, and he doesn't give a fuck.
And now my lips are gonna be soft. Yeah, he likes to hang it. He's but like, is he moving in? He's hanging his clothes up. No, he's just doesn't want to wrinkle his shirt, so hangs them up on hangers. I don't care. I just shove mine in the basket and wear wrinkled clothes. Yeah.
Yep.
It's very meticulous with stuff like that.
That's not being meticulous, that's hanging up clothes. I mean, I hate ironing. I full out hate ironing. I will hang them up as they're drying, and I mostly do my best. I have an iron if I've ever got like an important day and I really need to iron a work shirt. But for most cases, the material my shirts are made of, the wrinkles will just kind of drop out of them and it's okay. I get not liking to iron, but to be like, no, he's really meticulous. He hangs stuff up. Honey, that's not.
Never assume, it gets you in trouble. This is actually truth. Assuming does get people in trouble.
Assuming gets people in trouble. Doing drugs on live gets people in trouble. Telling your audience you've been abused and then rocking up with your abuser, playing happy families, likely get you in trouble.
You're very right, Sarah Jane. Going anywhere fun. Life experience, yes. I'm going today to a doctor's appointment, so no. And then we have to work on some things.
I thought on the initial listen through, I thought you said we have to work. I was like, we have to work? Or are you taking him to work? Because he got a job, didn't he? I don't know.
There's always something to do. You somehow matched my shirt perfectly. I mixed lipsticks. Doctor's appointments. Yeah, I'm not too fond. Thank you. I just need to renew all my prescriptions and things.
Question, sorry, I was a bit slow on the pause. So she has to renew all her things. How big a conversation is that going to be with her doctor? Because she's been avoiding her doctor for the most part. Is this just going to be a quick, yeah, I want to stay on it? Are they going to have to run tests? I'd be interested because she's been off her medication for a long time. So I'm just wondering how serious a doctor's visit this is. And especially with the fact that she did go to the ER, I feel like she's not going to give us a lot of details, but there's going to be a lot of questions at this doctor's visit. And I'm not sure how honest she's going to be.
Take my happy pill. So we ordered food. It was disgusting.
Oh,
Wasn't it gross?
I didn't know seafood like that.
It was disgusting.
Man, if it was disgusting by her standards, I wonder where on earth they ordered it from.
Yes.
Yeah, this seems like it would be really good content for a vlog that we'll never get.
There's always one missing sock. You don't know that?
No, I don't know that before.
For a minute, I thought he was looking in her handbag. Why would the sock be in the handbag? It's alright, he's just looking under. It seems a weird place for it to be anyway, but again, we don't know the state her room was in.
Really?
I know that now.
You never used to miss a sock until you... You want to show her my nice little shirt? You're like, no.
Get your face in.
How's everyone?
Okay. Yeah.
She's full out living a dream right now. So guys, despite the fact that she's told us all the things she's told us, right now, this moment, while they're just ignoring the fact that that happened, the idea of her being a social media couple and now he has a channel and look, he's hanging around, it's just my life now. She is living her dreams. This is what she's always wanted.
I gotta go, guys, in 5 minutes, okay? I'm gonna be pretty busy, I'm gonna get whipped into shape here. And
just whipped. But never mind.
So you're gonna put me in shape?
Yeah, just run.
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 Oh God. Guys, I belong to the Shakespearean School of Sport. I will run when chased by bear. Other than that, I do not with the running. And I can't imagine she feels much different, but man, is that a piece of content I would watch the shit out of.
Huh?
Yeah.
You might have got it right there.
Yeah.
Right here.
What did he say yet?
Clean freak.
Because he's folding?
Hair drag. I need hair oil? Okay. I have some hair oil. I just need a little bit, right? Because I have thin hair.
She has hair oil. Would it not start combining with the fibers and just make that worse? Would it not? I don't know. I don't use hair oil.
So I used Snow Fairy exfoliator from Lush. Has anyone ever used that? It smells like candy.
I don't think so.
So nice. Love it. We're gonna go train. We're gonna go get nachos.
Huh?
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Ashes.
He must get so sick of hearing the word
You need the closest one.
divorce.
Gonna be divorced? Oh God. All we need is a rumor that we got married. You know that, right?
Just soften. I want to say soften the waters. That's not right. Test the waters and soften the ground. I think I've combined those two things now. Like, there's a lot of normalization going on in this stream, you guys. There's Nada, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know how. But he's walking in the background and she just, all of these streams she's been doing, it's just like, oh, present him as normal, present him as normal. Make it so that people start getting used to having him on stream in his full glory with his full face. And don't mention anything else until it's normal. And then people will just be quiet and move on. So there's that element, always having him go behind, saying hi like it's completely normal, and she hasn't been hiding his identity very, very poorly for months. And then there's also this, there's the element of, no, are we, you be my boyfriend? And the talk of marriage and the talk of kind of moving in together. And it's essentially, oh no, just joking. It's her just joking again. But guys, it's a dream. At this point, we've started to kind of pass over all the abuse because it's been 4 days and therefore she's completely forgotten it. She's got the memory of a goldfish. But now I'm going to start building the dream life I've always deserved as an influencer. And here we are. And I'm just like, oh, it's so much. I don't like it. I don't like it.
We did not get married.
Yet. We didn't get married, but man, she doesn't necessarily want to be married, but she wants to be able to tell people she's getting married, you know?
Did you guys see the way I ran across the room in his video? We were running.
I have seen a clip on Twitter. If I can find it, I'll insert it.
I told you I have no knees. I run funny. Oh, wait, oh.
So she mutes this for a while and then she's like absolutely in the throes of humor and laughing her head off. And it's just like, guys, you're unalive. You're unalive. And I know you want people to know that how desperate you are to talk to each other and how, no, just 1 second, guys. But it's very disconnecting for your audience. It's very exclusionary, I suppose. It's just like, no, we've got something important to talk about. Give me a minute. Like, it can wait till you're off live. It can. Oh man. I'm gonna like cut a little bit of this out because he has a conversation on the phone. And I don't know, I know she's not great at protecting information, but if someone were to hear that and speak the language, they probably could understand what was being said. And I was like, maybe don't live stream this. I mean, he answered his phone and he stood somewhere close enough that it was audible, but still, like, maybe if you realize it's happening, either end the live or tell him, hey, we can hear you, which of course she'll never do. And it was odd that she just kept going.
So we're gonna be, next time I go live, we'll be alone, okay? Because I know a lot of you like to be alone. I'm totally fine with that.
A lot of us hate his guts and just don't want to see him. It's not, oh, we prefer you alone. It's that we can't stand him. Get out.
Don't mind. But no, he's not moving in. He's just, I don't know how this looks. You guys are like fucking moving in.
Yeah.
It's just clothes for, he just doesn't want to wrinkle them.
So why does he need so many clothes just to come over to your house overnight?
Everyone was pissed at me. I didn't want to say anything because I know you guys are pissed, and I'm just gonna like live my life and just let people talk, you know.
Oh, life is so hard and I'm such a victim, but I'll have to let people talk. You created this situation. 100% you created it, you nurtured it, you kept it going, and now you're doing this. Yeah, people are mad.
I don't know what else to say, really. I just don't feel like talking about really personal things right now.
Because I cannot. Because A, he's there, and I can't say anything in front of him because, ooh, that could turn quickly. And B, I have no defense. And if we actually have a serious conversation about it, like, I have no defense for how I've presented this and for going back and forth as severely and placing that kind of burden onto my viewership.
Or bad times in our relationship. I don't feel like talking about that right now.
What a surprise.
You know, so do I have hair gel? No.
She seems slightly panicked here. Like, you know, when Shannon came and dropped all her business into live chat and she was like, you know, I think I don't really want to talk about that right now. I think it's better offline. And she was really trying to stop things from escalating and it was already too late. Same energy.
I showed him all my bulb today. I opened that up completely. I'm going to talk to my doctor about that today. Actually, I gotta go.
Her priorities.
You can't live your life for others, yeah.
No, you're right, you can't. But you can stop coming on live and asking us to, you know, call the police if anything terrible happens because you have not cut this guy out of your life. You can stop doing that, which I suppose technically you have, but somehow this doesn't feel better.
I mean, I think some of the reactions are a bit harsh, like from my members. I never expected, like, to be called, like, a gunt or cunt or whatever just for being in love with somebody, but...
It would not, like, I didn't see those comments, but it would not surprise me if she'd gotten them. But this right here, like, the members betrayed her, man, and she's actually feeling it. The members betrayed her. I was never expecting from my members, you're my enablers. You make everything okay, and her membership's been turning. Oh.
Absolutely. Like, Brooke, if I do end up, like, our relationship gets really further and we move in together, we will get our own place.
Okay, so we've gone from he's not moving in, guys, he's got a lot of clothes too. But if he does move in, like, it's all happening in her head still, all of it.
And I would set Pete up in a nice bachelor pad or a 1-bedroom, wherever he wants to live, and I would still see him regularly.
Here's the thing, actually, with that, like, if she would do that, that would be very helpful to him. It's actually not something she owes Pete, assuming they were to complete the rent together. Like, assuming she didn't break contract, that wouldn't be something she owed him. Like, he would have to find somewhere he could afford, but he's adulted before, he's rented before, he could handle living alone. Would it be great for his mental health? Perhaps not. Is it great being here for his mental health? Perhaps not. So it's just a case of, well, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's challenging in different ways, but it's challenging in both places. And I think ultimately separating from her would be better for him long term.
I would never screw him over. He is my best friend, and
he's actually pretty much her only friend at this point, no? Rena's disappeared into the ether. Shannon's betrayed her. The only evidence we've had of any other living friend in her life has been the post on Kiwi Farm, so she betrayed her. Like Kathy, I think her name was. Have we seen evidence of any other friends? We've seen her occasionally in groups, but is she friends with those people, or was she just a friend of one of those people? Because it seemed to be most of her social stuff was linked in with people, with one of those few people that I've just mentioned.
Yeah, that's not going to change, but love is a strong word. I think I'm definitely strongly in love.
fuck all the way off. Fuck all the way off.
It's been a very intense relationship. I feel like I've lived a 10-year relationship already. Like,
that's not entirely normal though. Like, there is a sense of when people go, oh, I feel like I've known him forever. You know, we just met, but oh, we just click. I feel like I've known him my whole life. I get people saying that. To sit there and be like, oh, I feel like I've lived 10 years in 3 months, doesn't necessarily sound positive and doesn't necessarily sound healthy.
it's, you know,
Even without knowing all the other stuff.
that's an awful name to call anybody. Yeah. Pete actually was like, hi, Fizz. He came and said hi. But he stays in his room mostly.
Yeah, and she doesn't seem to be reading much into that. Here's the thing, she can ask Pete again and again and again and again, and she does claim to have asked Pete, is it okay if I bring a guy over? Yeah? And I could see him being like, yeah, I'll stay out of the way for a night, because he can't deny her that, really. Yes, it's his name on the lease, but, you know, he can't deny that, really. But he's not a supporter of Nada. He's not. And he was the one who was there going with her to drop off his laundry and saying, well, he can buy new sheets. He's the one when she's like started crying. He's the one who's had to deal with her in most close contact for this whole thing. And do you not think there's something in the fact that he's not coming out of his room, that he mostly just stays in there? Because when you ask him, he's completely non-confrontational in real life. He is not going to tell you at all, no, you can't do that, because he'd rather not have the conversation. But being like, oh no, he came out and said hi, yeah, I bet that was awkward, and he's been hiding ever since. So maybe read more into the fact that your best friend is not okay with coming out of his room when your boyfriend is over.
But I do ask him 100%, Brooke, I know specifically because I ask him 100%, like, you sure you're okay with me bringing him over for the night? Because sometimes he understands I want to be at home with the cats, I want to be at home.
I'm sure he does understand, but what makes you think he would ever say no? And if he did say no, what would you say back? You know, you'd just be like, well, why not? And you put him on the spot, and you wouldn't just respect the fact that he didn't want him there. So what good does asking do?
So he's totally fine with that. And I ordered him McDonald's. I bought him 10-piece nugget meal. He was happy with that. I brought it to his room.
It so much sounds like it's a hamster she's feeding, like a tortoise she's keeping in a box in the shed. Like, I got him McDonald's, I brought it to the room, he seemed happy, he squeaked at me. Oh God.
Oh, Yellow Jackets, well, be careful. You don't have any sugar cane with you, do you? I had a bee attack me yesterday because I had sugar cane. Anyways.
Is sugar cane a common snack in Canada? I don't think I've ever eaten sugar cane.
So that's just the story with that.
Oh, it might have been nice if she had gone somewhere that served sugar cane and it is unusual and she'd loved it. That'd be nice.
I'm like weirded out that he's a YouTuber now. That's so it's kind of cool. I mean,
again, it's a greatest dream. They're a social media couple. It's not kind of cool. I don't like. I'm weirded out for a lot of reasons by the fact that he's here.
Like his reasoning for it is cool.
What was his reasoning? I don't think she mentions it here. I thought he had gone online just to be like, well, everyone else is talking about me, so I'm gonna put up my channel so you can get it from the source. That doesn't seem that cool.
I think I was very respectful to Pete's. I what we were talking about. I bought him dinner.
It's not... disrespectful might not be the right word. I'm sure she asked. Yeah, I think she did. But what she wants trumps anything else, so she's willing to ignore how much she knows about him and ignore the fact that she knows he's not going to complain. You know? So she'll just be like, no, he was fine because he said it was fine. And I feel like a real friend would realize or would care when they realized that if I ask him this question, there's no way he's going to give me an honest answer, and maybe I should give him a bit more space.
Went to visit him for a bit, and I asked him very thoroughly if he's okay.
I went and visited him for a little bit. I went down to the shed, I opened his box.
I can't get over how people feel entitled to all the ins and outs of your private life.
See, if this was a private life, I don't think I would be entitled to it. But it's not a private life, and that's the problem. She doesn't keep it private, she puts it online. And then she kind of rallies her audience to protect her if they see something bad going down. She created a safe word, and then she's pretending like it never happened and they're actually in love and he's the boyfriend, and no, he's not moving in, but there's a ton of shirts, and if we get married, I'll be sure to take care of Pete. Yeah. We feel entitled because you placed us directly into what should have been your private life, and now we're here.
I understand because I share it. Like, I said some pretty horrible, like, I said some pretty serious things, right?
Yeah, you said some pretty serious, horrible, truthful things, and now you're just pretending they haven't happened.
I didn't lie about what I said, but some things I said were probably exasperated by the fact that I was very angry.
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure you were mad and you spat out a few things, but guess what? You've been lying for months. The anger just made you more honest, and that's the real problem. She sits here going, oh, well, you don't understand the full situation. That's not the issue. The problem is that we do understand the situation and it don't look good.
And really distraught by grief, by drugs, by everything, especially the last time.
So definitely don't consider that the truth, even though I said it was.
Because there hasn't been anything really bad, nothing physical, anything since that one time. And that's why I really want to just make it work, you know? Like,
There hasn't been anything physical except that one time. So this is it, guys. This is true love. This is the one. How about 0 times? 0 times is the acceptable number of physical violence in any relationship. 0 times.
I already feel like really sad when I'm not with him, so, but I do like to have my space still, so I do.
You feel really sad when you're not with him, but you get a lot of feelings when you're not with him, because we've seen you on those live streams blowing up his phone and going over to his house at 3 a.m. to see what you can see. So you have a lot of very complicated feelings when you're not with him. And how about you focus on how you feel when you're with him? Because when you're with him, you said maybe you could quit the edibles, which but maybe you could need the edibles less because you were no longer with him. That was something you said. Like, you've been numbing yourself for months and months, and you've always kind of disappeared into something, be it food, be it drugs, be it whatever. But you've outright said maybe the reason you need so much of it right now, because it is a need, not a want, is because of the relationship with him.
Carmen, I'm not talking about, I'm not being abused, so there's no like ongoing
Lie.
abuse or anything. We had an incident a long time ago when we were like doing bad drugs and stuff.
And then there was that time where I threatened to call the police, and he said, you know, do it, I've got time to kill you before I get there. You know, and there's been some scary things that have gotten really dark. But guys, that conversation never happened. I was just angry. No, I'm not saying it was a lie, but I'm saying I was angry. So you can't count it against me if I happen to be truthful because I was mad. You need to forget about it the way I do. God, I hate this narrative.
I have to I don't know if might not be comfortable to talk. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it at all.
You will eventually talk about it because you don't know how to not. You don't know how to not. We will get this story. But I'm in this place where I'm like, if this is going to be the result, if you're going to talk about this and still do what you're doing, don't talk about it. But I don't think she has that button.
Now, Brooke, not in a bad way, I promise. It was like a, and he goes like that on me. And somebody said Jean does that to Jen.
Oh, that makes it worse. That makes it worse. Do not use Jean as a role model for how you should interact with your significant other. Oh, this is getting weird. This is getting horrible. I don't like it. I don't like it. Back off. Do not justify it with this. These are horrible examples. They skeeve me out.
I don't know. It's like a endearing thing, I guess, if you have a fat girlfriend.
I don't think so. I think she classifies a lot of things that I find uncomfortable as terms of endearment. All the how many boobs she's got, calling herself a buffalo, and she internalizes them immediately because if she uses them, it diffuses the joke. So she's been referring to herself as a buffalo for the last couple of months.
He does that to his mom too. She has like a chubby face. He likes chubby face.
Oh, and his mom was the one where he used to ask what she fed the hump and slap that on the back, right? He seems like a wonderful son, a wonderful boyfriend, just a peach all around.
Yeah, Black Beauty. I don't think people. I'm not really like. It's hard for me because I don't want to talk about it right now, and I'm not like at liberty to talk about it right now.
Yeah, because I haven't figured out a story that's going to make me look good yet, and he's right here.
So people don't fully understand the situation. That's all I have to say.
No, that's not all you'll have to say, and we do understand the situation, and that's the problem.
You know? I thought it was a lot worse than it was.
Ooh, that was a very weird way to say that. So that says to me, you're like, all the stuff I've said before didn't count. And I have since been convinced. I have since been told that it's not that bad. And what I think is therefore not valid. That's not, speaking of skeevy feelings, that's not a good thing. Like, oh, I thought it was worse than it was. Based on the stories you told us, yeah, it was worse. It was definitely worse. So what are you saying now? Who else could have convinced her? You think her family's going to be sitting there going, no, honey, you're overreacting? Or do you think it's him? Do you think he's a reliable source, a reliable barometer of what's not so bad? I don't, but maybe you disagree.
I'll just say that. So, no, I didn't sit here and lie to you. Everything I've said...
Major nose isn't like this.
I've been feeling. Now, I don't know. I've said some things that were pretty, like, messed up when I was, like, messed up. And I think that's why it's probably a bad idea to come on live stream whenever I'm like that.
She's been messed up for months. It doesn't mean what she was saying wasn't accurate. Because one thing we know is that when she gets emotional and she gets angry, that the truth comes out because she doesn't know how to hide it. We know how upset she got at Shannon because what Shannon said was true. So when you say you don't lie to us.
Actually, I think I have a worse one. I've been freaking out.
She said something in a piece of footage somewhere. Sorry, that's nice and precise for you. But she was like, I was going to sit down and like see if I could get back into the content, and I just switched it off. I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with this today. No, absolutely not. She was like, I was so verbally abusive to him today, and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm sure she can. I'm sure she can throw some words out. Absolutely. We have seen her angry. We have seen her effing blinding, calling people cunts. We've seen it. But this, and I wasn't comfortable with it when she started introducing it. This idea she's got of, no, guys, you've got it wrong. Actually, I'm abusive, so you can't judge anything he does. And I'm like, no, we're not playing this game.
But now that I'm back on my medication, I think it's starting to kick back in.
She has been on her medication again for what, 2-3 days? I don't know how long she was off it. She claims that's what was causing all the mood swings, and I was like, dude, your grandma just died and you're generally not a particularly emotionally stable person and you've been on drugs for a while. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons your moods could be swinging. Her antidepressant though, she does fuck up her dosage and how long she does it and go off it without talking to her doc and all of that. But if she'd been off it for a significant enough time to notice a difference in her mood, and she's only been back on it for a day or two, it takes a while for antidepressants to kick in very soon after she supposedly started taking it again, because we just saw her take it, but it hasn't been many days. So for her to be like, oh, well, I'm on my medication again now. Yes, like it's good to be on it, but I think the effect on everything she might be overestimating at this point, given how recently she restarted.
Yeah, he's talking to his family. And last night was like, I was like, who are you talking? Because I heard him talking in the bathroom, so I'm like, I'm gonna go.
In the bathroom? Why is he hiding in the bathroom to talk to people?
He was talking to his brothers, like, here, say hi. He threw the phone at me.
He threw the phone at her. Seems like a confidence trick, to be completely honest. Here, say hi. Boom. Call your bluff, and then you'll never ask me about it again because you'll remember this.
Like, I don't cheat. Well,
I don't cheat, but I do send, if not my dick pics, certainly dick pics to other women. Sounds reasonable.
I know, Black Beauty. I am totally safe right now. I'm looking.
How the fuck would you know? I'm totally safe right now? He's hit you before? How can you be safe if he's in your vicinity? You're not safe right now. You think you are, and that's kind of worse.
Okay, you know, if I'm ever not,
Safe word?
not with him, just in general, I have a safe word.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think she was actually going to go there. I'm like, honey, too soon. No, absolutely not.
No, but seriously, I'm just kidding about, no. Well, it's good probably to have one as a YouTuber because, like...
Oh, shut the fuck up. Do not take the paperclip stream, the conversation we had, and be like, no, in general, it's a good idea. Just close down this conversation. I'm not okay with it.
I've been sent videos, like, I have, like, other reasons to be fearful about things. I have some things in the works, maybe legally, that I can't really talk about right now.
Really?
Not with anyone in particular that you know or anything. It's just, there's some weird things going on. I just can't talk about it right now.
Oh. So there is a suitably vague, non-internet related reason why your shitty behavior with a safe word on your live stream might have been justified in a general sense, not connected to the abusive piece of shit you're currently dating. Convenient. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, Shay, like if I am ever like on a stream and somebody's coming to break down my door and I scream that word 3 times, you know, like if I was a stalker or something, you know.
So she's still there, like kind of making a joke of it, but no, seriously guys, it's a safe, oh, shut up.
It can happen, like,
Shut up.
how many thousands of people know where I live, you know what I mean? Think about it.
And yet the one person who has actually physically hurt you is the one that you invite into your house.
Still not supposed to do nothing.
Really loud
There's a fly in
conversation.
my face.
Jesus.
Oh my god, it's 1:25. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, we're just gonna finish it there. That's where we are. I really hate the Nada, the boyfriend experience we're currently having. Like, there weren't very many ways this could get worse, but this whole, no, I'm a live streaming influencer now and this is my boyfriend and we cook together and there's never been any problematic behavior, is one that's grating on me quite a lot. Just because I literally am sitting here like, how can you be walking this? What? How can you possibly? And then you remember it's her. Okay. So it is a week until payday at the moment. Well, it's currently the 17th, 18th. I don't know where it is, where you are in the world, but YouTube processes payments on the 21st and you receive them anywhere between the 21st and the 26th. So yeah, it's quite close to payday and that's prime time for them to be all lovey-dovey. And then I wonder if a massive argument will happen 2 or 3 days after payday. And I wonder what's happening with his rent right now, because she can't hide behind the I lost my wallet again. So is he expecting his rent to be paid? Potentially. It should be interesting. Annie P's donation money needs to get donated. And I wonder if he'll convince her that's a bad idea because he's got other uses for the money, or if she'll donate and not provide a receipt. Who knows? I certainly hope not. Again, I would say it's a lot to back down from given some of the talk she had around it, but she's backed down from bigger things. And I hope to see that receipt soon. But yeah, okay. We are in her news cycle. We are now like right around payday where things are looking pretty good to her, even if they're completely awful to the rest of us. And we'll see when the next rage is incoming. Until then, I will see you next time. Bye bye, everybody.